Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Show Style and Spirit. I am Ebony, of course, and as you can see from the title of this video, I will be giving commentary on Martell Holt coming for some of the men from Love and Marriage Huntsville. And also, I want to talk about one of the Melody Cherie fan pages calling out production for the super trailer that dropped just yesterday for season 7 of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Now, before we get into these stories, I ask that you please hit the like button on this video. When you do that, it will cause YouTube to recommend this video to more people who love to discuss the various topics surrounding Love and Marriage Huntsville. And if you have not already done so, please subscribe to Show Style and Spirit. I would definitely love to have you. And everything that I'm saying in this video is alleged and just my opinion. All right, so Marty decided to post on his Instagram today, and he tagged Maurice. He says, "Miami Reese, you're more like Mel, and I am more like Kiowa. So do you really understand what I'm going through?" And then on the next IG story, he notes, "Marsau, you and Tisha never had any type of infidelity in your marriage, and she does whatever you say. So where's your wisdom coming from?" And then much later, he gets a response from Maurice. Maurice says, "Martell, even with this analogy, I do understand, and I still hold firm. There's a better way." And then Martell responds, tagging Maurice, "You didn't feel there's a better way when you needed what you wanted from your wife, you forcible guy, you." And Maurice, "You're more like Mel and I'm more like Kiowa." So that was the older message. And then they responded since then. So after I left the gym, I went to the park. I did some reading. I talked to some friends on Instagram. And I did screenshot the first 2 IG stories. Then I'm at the grocery store. I'm waiting to check out. And I see that homeboy has, there was another thread between he and Maurice. So I got these screenshots so that I can make this video and talk about this with you all. So Martell, in my opinion, he is showing from these IG stories that he is easily triggered. This was nothing but a 5-minute super trailer where he sees scenes that Maurice and Marsau have filmed with their respective wives. Actually, this scene was involving Martell. They actually said these things to his face. Like, "Why did you do the interview with the blogger?" And Martell said, "Well, she went low, so I had to go lower." And just seeing the super trailer, it triggered him. And then he comes up with this analogy that Maurice is like Melody and he is like Kiowa. So in my opinion, Martell is trying to say that Kiowa was cheated on, or I'm sorry, yeah, he was saying like Kiowa was cheated on, so Martell was cheated on, and then he's trying to paint Maurice and Mel as like the cheaters. And when Maurice responds in the third slide, I feel like he is trying not to get triggered. He's trying to remain mellow and saying, even with this crazy analogy, I still hold firm, there is a better way. I think that Martell was trying to get Maurice to match his unhinged energy, and Maurice did not fall for the bait. And I think that that is just so far-fetched. We even remember from a past reunion, I think it was like season 3 or season 4, when Maurice insinuated that Kiowa did something dishonest in the marriage. And that's what ultimately was a deal breaker for him. But because some people have put it out there that Kimmy was the side chick, so now Martell is saying that Melody and Maurice allegedly are cheaters, and he and Kiowa are the same, and they are the victims of being cheated on. And then he calls out Marceau and he's being sarcastic. Oh, so you and Tisha never had any type of infidelity in your marriage, and she does whatever you say. He said, and she do whatever you say. So where's your wisdom coming from? He's being sarcastic, saying, oh, everything's hunky dory, everything is perfect. Tisha even does everything that you say. And I feel like when Martell says stuff like that, it shows how little he thinks of women, because that should not even be a thought to have, let alone something you type out on social media. Tisha does whatever you say, as if that is something that is desirable, is the perfect marriage, is the ideal marriage. Women, we have brains. We can make decisions as well. In fact, some of you all want your wife to make a lot of the decisions. I know, like my dad, he worked two jobs. He worked for at one of the automotive plants, and he also worked at a cleaner's part-time. So mama paid the bills, and my godparents have like a similar routine as well. So it's normal for some spouses to make some decisions of the household, and then the other spouse may do other duties. So I don't know why there's this thing, with Martell trying to describe, oh, this perfect marriage. You've never had infidelity, and Tisha does whatever you say. I don't know why you would think that that's even something that is feasible, especially when an adult woman who has a well-functioning brain, she's going to have opinions and ideas of her own anyway. So I don't even know why Martell would even put that in his message to Marsau. As far as I can see, Marsau has not even responded. I think that that's a great road to take when it comes to Martell, really with anyone who's just trying to trigger you anyway. But Maurice stood firm, saying that there is a better way, versus him interviewing with Tasha K and try to make Melody look like the aggressor. And then in that third IG story, when Martell says to Maurice, you didn't feel there was a better way when you needed what you wanted from your wife, you forcible guy, you forcible. Martell, please stop it. That is very serious. We all know when it comes to sex and you use a word like forcible, what department that's leaning in. And I just don't think that that is cool at all. So if I was Maurice, I would stop engaging with Martell on this subject, because now he is treading into deep waters, and it would be very inaccurate, because Maurice and Kimmy, they are married. Kimmy has gone along with that weird storyline. She did not even focus as much on her health journey, which really could have inspired and been educational. But, they decided to go with that weird sex storyline. They are married. She went along with it. I don't think anything was forced. And I don't think anything they do in the bedroom is forced at this time, as much as they are focused on it. So I don't think that that's cool to use that word at all. And instead of Maurice trying to sue bloggers, if I were him, I would be going to HR about using that word forcible on social media and tagging him, because that is definitely not cool. So then I want to go to some more posts that I saw from one of the Melody Cherie fan pages. This comes from Money Making Melody _ fan page on Instagram. And it reads, so someone let it be known that Carlos emphasized in his recap that the new cast member has a big secret and that it will change the dynamic of the show. If the secret is that she slept with Hotel while he was married, no one cares, especially Mel. This only proves that Carlos will go to extreme lengths to embarrass her after she poured her heart out to him on that live podcast of all she's endured. His response was to be angered and embarrassed for being called out. And there's more. No wonder she's felt unprotected by the network and production. They keep fueling things to tear down her mental health. including that trailer that made a complete mockery of the DV charge. This is extremely unethical considering this woman is responsible for 4 children. Okay, so let's break it all down. So, you may have checked out Carlos King's YouTube live where it looked like he was at a resort of some sort, and he was giving his commentary on the super trailer. So you can go on his YouTube page and watch this live video. And he's talking about one of the newer cast members, Latricia, having a secret that she has to share. Now, if you remember in the super trailer, we saw where Latricia is a friend of Stormy's. Carlos even said that Latricia and Ken are introduced through Stormy. And we learned that Latricia and Martell know each other personally. Martell used that line, "Oh, we went to school together." And there is a pattern of what allegedly could mean when he says he went to school with you. So, the writer, the author of the Money Making Melody _ fan page says that if the secret is that she slept with Hotel while he was married, no one cares, especially Mel. Now, this is giving, the vibes with Stormy knowing Ariane. And then we all know that Ariane has been the side chick to Martell Holt. And, now Stormy is bringing on another woman that Martell knows personally. So we'll have to see what that secret is. And then the author is, in my opinion, just allegedly suggesting that, Carlos perhaps is trying to embarrass and upset Melody because she put, the production company and him on Front Street when she said at that podcast, about how he was treating her and what she's had to endure. And allegedly, Carlos said that he was unaware. So, perhaps allegedly he may be angry about, how direct she was, black and white, no gray areas at the podcast. So, this is what we get. Now, I will say during his YouTube live where he gave commentary on the super trailer, Carlos actually said that, production has heard everyone's pleas of wanting a variety of storyline on the show. And then he said, so if you all know how you all have been feeling, imagine how I have been feeling. So he suggested that them bringing on these newer cast members was to add some variety and storyline to the show. What do you think? Now, also, this last slide, I'll read it again. No wonder she's felt unprotected by the network and production. They keep fueling things to tear down her mental health, including that trailer that made a complete mockery of the DV charge. This is extremely unethical considering this woman is responsible for 4 children. What I do remember from the super trailer was there would be graphics and quotes over 14 months ago when Martell said that he got arrested for a text that he sent to Melody over a year ago. And then they put in quotes, harassing communication. And then we saw scenes with the various cast members where they were trying to figure out what harassment communications meant. But I do believe that it relates to the Revenge P. When I Googled, Alabama state and the combination of the domestic violence with the harassing communications. And, the trailer, I would say it showed how no one was really clear on what the charges meant and no one tried to figure it out. Nobody tried to Google and piece anything together. But the author of the Money Making Melody _ fan page said, they definitely tried to make a mockery of the DV charge. So I want to just double check and see, because I could have sworn that I saw an additional post, but I believe that that is it. Let's see here. No, there is another post. So I want to go ahead and share my screen with you all. Please hit the like button on this video. I would greatly appreciate it. Okay. And I want to make sure you all can see it. Yep, there it is. And it reads, well, I'm underwhelmed. How are you arrested for DV and rewarded with more camera time? If I was Mel, I would give, oh, you heard my butt to kiss. Okay. All right. And so this was just posted just a day. So after the super trailer hit the internet, because I was actually expecting Martell to not have as much camera time, especially after he did his interview with Tasha K. And at the end of it, he said, I want OWN to back me up, and I want Kingdom Reign or Carlos to back me up. I just knew that that's what that meant. But I want to check out, there was like another post. Is this the Big D energy, the white label menace that Dusty was referring to? No shade, but make sure you give me credit next time. Okay, I am definitely giving credit as to where I've gotten that from. That is the beautiful Sharnita from Sharnita's World. Yes, and a video from Queen Sheba Darling. All right, I have to check that out. Cool. All right, so I wanted to make sure I did not miss any other post about their opinion on the super trailer. But you all let me know in the comments, what do you think about this whole personal connection between Latricia and Martell, and Latricia being introduced through Stormy? Do you think that it is like layering, repeating the whole connection between Stormy and Ariane? And also, do you think that the cast and production should have educated themselves on the combination of those two charges that Martell received to just try and, or just basically show the seriousness of it all? I actually feel like Maurice and Marsau did try to show how serious it was. And I believe that Martell sensed that as well. That's why he had those unhinged Instagram stories today. But thank you so much for checking out this video. I really appreciate the support. Please hit the like button on this video. It is a free way of supporting the channel. And please subscribe to Show Style and Spirit if you have not already done so. So like I said earlier, I went to the gym, I went to the park, and I did some reading. I am on the tail end of To Paris with Love. It is a spin-off book from the Family Business series. If you like action, gangster, kind of like being in the streets types of books, Carl Weber. If you watch the Family Business show on Netflix, and I believe it's on BET Plus, then I read the books that inspire the TV show. So I'm finishing up the spinoff. And like I said, I talked to some friends and I grocery shopped. And now I've made some content. So I'm going to enjoy, these last few hours of the weekend. We're going to have a magnificent Monday. It will not be a manic Monday. Be sure to say your prayers if that is how you connect with God, or journal your feelings out so that they do not just stay in your physical body. Stand in the mirror and say your affirmations. I like myself because, I'm a hard worker. I'm a great mom. I'm a great dancer. I'm a great cook, whatever it is. Say your affirmations, and it's going to be a fantastic day tomorrow. And I will talk with you all soon. Bye.